I struggle really hard to stay focused on a single task. So, a lot of times I find myself getting distracted with side projects, as I'm sure a lot of you coders out there can agree with. So, that last video I talked about a top down game that's referencing my comic. I got distracted and I made something else. This is intended to be a much smaller project. And good thing too, because it's pretty close to being a demo already. So I thought I'd show you kind of where the game's at. So this is the main menu. And the game does work with controller, so I'm actually going to use controller for this. It spawns you in. Right now your character's just like kind of a stick figure, but you will eventually get some clothes. And the premise of the game is very similar to Plate Up, where you have customers coming in and they have specific orders that you have to make. But in this case, for the game, the customers are actually patients and they're coming in with various symptoms. And then you're providing them with either potions or tools that help fix their ailments. So I'm just kind of really quickly setting up what I'm going to kind of need to do the things before I start up. Yeah, that'd be alright. And then we just start. And then they pull up and you got to be like, hey, what do you want? And then you sign them in. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. So that'll be fixed. I don't know why that even happened. But he, in this case, wants some powder, so we give him some powder. Eventually, I'll probably make some like powder bags or something that you can give them. And then they leave. He left the right way. It's probably because of how the bed's placed. I'm still working on a fix for that. Yeah, you could tell they wanted to go in, but then they were like, I don't know how to get to the bed. They want... Okay, so this person's dehydrated, so we need to get some water going. And put it in an IV bag, and then you can put it right here, and it goes on the bed. And then they leave. Eventually, they'll have animations walking around, too, and you'll have also different outfits you can put on your guy. You can change your character's color right now, but you need a mouse to do so. Eventually, I'll be able to fix that so you don't need that, but as of right now, you do. And then you can just resume. If you ever get stuck and unsure of what the next recipe or how to make a recipe, you can just pull this out and you could be like, oh, this is the plants and the dust that they turn into, and then here's all the stations and why you use them. I don't know if that has literally every station, but it has most of them. And then some small gameplay tips, and then the potion brewing. They'll find a way in. I mean, it's funny that they're. You would think that AI would still use the doorway since it's the only thing, but they'd rather clip through the wall. A lot of the patients are going to start out with the same, like, I think it's 3 ailments, and so there also could be 3 different patient types. So they could end up with like all the birds only having dehydration and they need to fix that. And then other races of patients will have just like 1 ailment to them as well. Eventually that will grow and then they'll all have multiple ailments, which is when things get real hectic. But starting out, you start off with pretty simple ailments. Not always, actually. I should correct that. It's randomized every time, so you could start off like this, or you could start off where you only have 1 station that you have to do stuff with, because the ailment solutions are so easy and simple to do. But in this case, like with me needing to make some potions, it's not so easy. But if I only had patients like this who need dust, I would only need this table and that 1 flower, and that'd be it. So it's all about the luck of the draw when it comes to your run. Yeah, really not a big fan of that. Can I? Oh, I can't. I imagine because I'm pressing the wrong button, maybe. Why am I? No, I just flipped out for some reason. Alright, I'm gonna kind of run through these days because... Or actually, no, I think the next day after, it's gonna add more ailments. That or it does it on rent. I can't remember. I've changed it a few times. So I'm just going to jump to the next time that it updates the ailments, and if that's on the day that it charges rent, then that's fine too. I'm going to also make this potion really quick so you can just kind of see how potion making would work. You got to change the bottle type for this station. Eventually they'll have just single stations per bottle type as well. But for right now I just made it simple so that way I didn't have to add like a bajillion things. We got the dust, throw that in, and of course I know what the thing is, so I can just make that real easily. But normally you'd want to pull up the ingredients, you know, the recipe book, and be like, oh, hey, what's the red thing? Ah, it would be that dust and that dust. How do I make that dust and that dust? Oh, it's dragonweed and chamber quill, which is exactly what's right here. If you guys have any ideas on how to make this more fun gameplay as well, let me know. I know that it looks real jank right now. That's just because I haven't gotten all the visual bugs out, focusing more on, you know, keeping the game from crashing. Also going to here during the shift speeds up the shift and also gives you some bonus money, so it can be worth it. Shoot, accidentally changed the potion bottle. Right now the patients have a lot of patience, but eventually I'll probably make that shorter, I think. But I don't know yet, because I feel like new players are gonna struggle to do it. But also, maybe I'll cut the patience down as the days go on. I'm not sure. I could also just make all of these settings so that way, you know, players could choose. Make it a little bit of a sandboxy kind of game. I keep forgetting to move the bed. I want to show that the bed works properly, except for in that instance. Okay, let's just put the bed, like, here. Come on. Alright. See, that's how it's supposed to work. Eventually I'll have that working properly. I don't know why it's, I thought I coded it so that way it would swap sides when one side's blocked, but maybe I missed it. Also, not all of the music here is part of the game for real. I just put that there as placeholder. Almost all the sounds as well are going to be placeholder and swapped out for something else. It's just I needed something to prove, you know, as proof of concept. Same reason why the NPCs, they don't walk or anything, is just I wanted to prove that, you know, the game could be a game. I want to eventually add maybe some automation to it, or maybe even like some... Shoot, I forgot what I just put in there. I don't remember what I put in there. Darn it. I have a feeling this is wrong. I have a feeling this is wrong. Yeah. Just wanted to show that really quick. Oh no, we got people leaving. You know what that means. Shoot, I can't put anything here. Well, you're going to see what it's like to lose, actually. This is good, because I wanted to show that as well. At least I think so. Maybe it's only when they die. I think I might have updated it, so it's only when they perish in the bed, not when they leave. Ah. Well, this is what happens. I don't know what happened. I thought I did it right, but let's try playing again. And then here you go. See, this is what the runs changed. So now this is what what's available. The plants have changed. And then the game will also let you know if there are stations that you need to be able to possibly make it through the shift, because you know the ailments are all random, so there is a chance you might not use any of them during the shift. Let's do it like this. Maybe? No, wait, I think maybe like that is better. Also, this and this can get swapped. And then I'm probably gonna put that right there. And then this can be, I don't know, it's probably over here as well. No, I gotta grab it from there and bring it to, yeah, I'll put it right here. Come on. We got some snaileroonies. Get in here. What do you need? What do you need? You look like you need some type of powder. Here you go, my man. You need the same thing. And then you need a scraper. So the ailments might be the same, but because they are different races, they also could require different solutions. So ailments are technically race specific in this. Even though they'll have overlapping ailments, the solutions will change because of it. But data-wise, it's specific to race of the patient, be it human, tree people, snail people. And then boom, bam. And then there's a good shot that this guy's gonna ask for the same thing, so I'll just get started on it. Yeah, looks like he is, and he is. And then this guy's for sure asking for the same thing. Oh, the snail people left. Looks like I lost them. That shouldn't have happened, though. They should have reset as I moved to bring another person in. Oh, gotta put it in here, and then grab that. I gotta get to past this day so that way I can actually like show you the shop. In here. Okay, he wants this, so we gotta speed her up. I'm sure you guys are like, oh, this gameplay, what the heck is this gameplay? And you'd be right, because I never think to change my shop. I'm just like, I'll just keep going, whatever. I know you're gonna need this, huh? Yep, I was right. Sometimes you can guess it and just give it to them and, you know, administer the solution early, but, you know, technically that's malpractice. Not for the game, though. Now, the main concept for the game is also that you are a plague doctor, kind of helping the woodland fantasy creatures in your woods kind of deal with, sicknesses, injuries, things of that nature caused by the ooze or the slime people that, or monsters that have come in and kind of started attacking the residents. Eventually, there's going to be some rounds where they come in and they just try to attack you, and you would have to make like muck and throw it at them and stuff. All right, I definitely lost some more patience, which I need to figure out why that is, because they should be resetting their patience as they move up. And as long as the patient in the bed isn't dying, then everything should be good. Did I just do that? I think I just did that one. I'm going to trust my instincts. Toss that. Ooh, it looks so similar. I was wrong. As soon as I saw it, I was like, ooh, that actually looks just like the other one. I should probably change that. I don't like that those colors overlap like that. Let me know in the comments. Should I change it? Or do you guys like the challenge of being able to barely discern colors? I don't think that that would be a good thing for players, but you guys let me know. Awesome. So now you see that this has gone out, but you can kind of see in the top of the screen that there's something that's turned on, and the shop's open. We can go into the shop now, and these are all new stations that you can just get. And you can add that to your shop if you have the money for it, of course. No, right now we don't have money for much of anything other than another cauldron, which could help us maybe output double the potions. But that's all the features right now. You can also swap this out if you want, or swap it out. You can swap out the stations, kind of reset the store. Look at that, 2 beds. If you really had the money, you could put down for 2 beds, and then you could get 3 times the patience. Yeah, I do plan on adding a couple more stations as well. I just wanted to let you guys know that this is the kind of where the demo is at, and pretty soon this will be what is going to be released. I don't know if I'm going to put outfits in the demo release. And I also don't know if I'm going to add much more stations for the demo release, because there are already, I would say roughly around 24 to 25 stations in the game already. Let me know what you guys think. And that's all I've got. See ya. Bye.